This is my grandpa's geocaching talk show.
Welcome to Worldwide Geocaching Podcast, brought to you by My Podcast Radio. I'm your host, HikerJames52
and CrazyCritter66
from the studio in Naples, Golden Gate, Florida. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Worldwide Geocaching Podcast. I'm your host, HikerJames52, here in the wonderful world of Florida. Hey, we got a guest on here today from Toledo, Ohio, and that would be Jim Stark, a.k.a. Stark Cacher. He's a two-time winner on our challenge, on our Worldwide Geocaching Podcast Challenge. He won last month and the month before, and we got him on here to talk about that and some of the numbers that he's got in geocaching. So, Jim, thanks for joining us, and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. I was looking at some of your statistics here on your page. Wow, you've been in 16 different states, over 6,000 finds, 486 trackables, and 73 hides since 2012 when you started. And I understand you got a running streak on your hides.
Yeah, I've been trying to do at least one hide a month for now 41 months straight now that I've been doing at least one hide a month.
Wow.
So that's making up that 73.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, 73 hides might not be so much, but trying to get one a month without missing, that's fantastic.
It kind of started off because of, I don't know if at least in the northern part of the United States and probably other parts of the world, is when it gets to be like December through March or so, people just don't hide caches anymore.
Right.
They just stop hiding them. I thought, well, I'm gonna hide throughout the whole winter. So I thought that's how I started. I just was thinking, okay, well, I'm gonna hide at least one every month. I started like in December, and I did it in January, and then I did it in February and March, and I just said, yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing that. So basically, I just decided I'm gonna hide at least one a month, every month. And it's now 41 months straight now.
41 months, and there's 73 more hides out there that wouldn't know. I noticed, down here in Florida, I found out why too, but people are hiding micros and smalls. Now, I've seen that you've got just about one of everything there is: small, medium, large, micro, and others. So is it pretty easy to find something like that up there?
Yeah, well, it depends. I mean, a lot of times I do try to do at least a small or larger, but on some of the months when I'm like getting near the end of the month and I said, oh, I haven't did my hide, I'll do maybe a magnetic key holder on a guardrail or something like that just to keep the streak going. And it's still a hide, somebody's gonna find it.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, it's still good, but yeah, I mean, I generally try to do either small or larger, and I think I have like 4 or 5 ammo cans out there right now. Those are obviously my favorite ones to hide.
That's our favorite ones to find, and there's only 2 down here within a 30-mile radius of us. One of them's archived because the owner put a fence up and nobody could get into it. That's pretty bad. I don't know what to do. Because, I lived up in Ohio, and we moved down here about 5 years ago. And up there was a variety of different kinds, different things, different unique caches. And we just get kind of tired of looking for nanos in the trees out here in the woods, Guardrails, we can get a good run and get 10, 15 guardrail runs, at a time. But other than that, they're kind of scattered out. People need to get more out there, make it more fun.
Yeah, one of my styles that I hate the most is the little, like a bison in an evergreen tree.
Right.
I mean, every time I try to find one of those, it's like I think as I always say, it's like a 50-50 chance of me finding it on any given day looking for it. Is trying to find a little bison someplace in a pine tree, especially if there's multiple pine trees because you don't know which one they'll be looking at either within the ground zero area.
Right.
It's really hard to do. About a year and a half ago, I actually hid a bison in a pine tree. My description, I stated all the like kind of what I just said is that I hate finding them, and so why the heck would I hide that I hate to find? Well, but I said I'd be nice to them because in the end, I tell them basically which tree it's in because it's the only blue.
Oh, yeah.
It's a blue spruce tree, so it's only blue pine tree around there. I also said it's on a branch that's pointing toward the gas station next door. It's 5 feet above ground and it's 2 feet in.
Right.
So I'm telling you exactly where to look.
I tell you what throws people off is when you hide a pine cone around an acorn tree.
Yep.
They get around that tree and they're looking for acorns or hide an acorn cache on a pine tree. It just don't sink into their brain what they're doing. Now you won these travel tags. What did you get on that first win there? You got a travel tag and a pin and a button, was it?
Yeah, I got a little button that so I won the challenge. I also got what I guess they call a badge.
Badge, yeah.
It's like a credit card sized badge with a little safety pin thing in the back, so you can fit it to your shirt.
Uh-huh.
And that has a trackable number on it. Okay. The little pin doesn't have a trackable number, but this big badge has a trackable number on it.
Right.
And so you could wear that to events and stuff. And then there's kind of like a dog tag size trackable. It's a different trackable number. So basically you get 2 different trackable numbers for each of the wins.
Right.
I haven't actually received the second one yet, so I don't have that one yet. But
yeah, I was talking to Chris earlier today, and I told him that I was going to have an interview with you, and he says, well, it's too bad that he hasn't got that second round yet. So, sounds like that's going to be an exciting win too. And he's going to try. He's mixing them up, to where what yours looks like, it's going to have different, the next round. Instead of sending the same thing over and over and over, like if you win multiple times.
I do like those because they're a lot more colorful than the just a normal dog tag.
Travel tags, yeah.
The little metal dog tag. This is nice little picture. And the ones I have now has this little flower back in the background. It's a picture of a flower.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a pretty little tags.
Yeah, he usually sends me a picture of the ones that he's sending out, so that way I know too what you're getting. And like I said, I would think that they would look a lot better in person than they do on a picture.
No, they look pretty. Mm-hmm. I've attached the one dog tag to a toy, but the badge. Since I'm probably going to get a second badge here, I think I'll probably convert that into a big dog tag. Or something then attach it to something eventually and send it out.
All right.
I haven't actually sent them out yet because basically I'm going to take it to a monthly meet and eat. The local geocachers as a monthly get together, and so I'm going to take it to the next meet and eat and have everybody discover it before I actually send it out to the world.
Right. Yeah, it's exciting. You send them out there and you don't know where they're going to go. It's just amazing how far they do go.
I got a couple of them over in Germany right now. That's once you get from Germany, it just keeps going all over the place once it gets there. So I'm happy to see a couple of my other ones. Not obviously the one I won, but other ones I had in the past. It's always fascinating watching those. The only problem with once it gets over to a foreign country is all the logs are in the language of that country, and so it's hard to read. You just kind of even to Google Translate.
Yeah, right, that's what I use, Google Translate. Yeah, and that's I don't know why they don't have a translate button on them pages.
It'd be a good feature. That'd be a good feature for them to add.
Yeah, they sure would.
So you could just hit a button and it would translate it to whatever your native language is. Right.
Now you go solo with this, or you have someone go with you when you go geocaching?
Majority of the time I'm solo. That way I can do what I want to do and how long I want to do it and whatever. But occasionally I'll take my nephew geocaching. He loves going geocaching, And he only geocaches when he goes with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take him out, especially if we're going to something like we do like a seal or something together, and then we'll just spend the rest of the day geocaching, some area, so we can,
right,
just have fun doing stuff together. So I'll do that. But of course, I plan the trip, because like I said, he only geocaches when he's with me. But like I said, majority of the time, I'm by myself.
Okay.
That's the way I like it.
Yeah. I did that in Ohio, but down here, my wife and I go, it's for safety reasons down here, because rattlesnakes and alligators and panthers, bears, and you name it, they're down here. At least there'd be somebody to help, fight them off or get help.
Yeah. Sometimes you worry about that. I mean, I have my cell phone with me, but that, of course, if that gets broken or if I'm not able to do anything, that would be a problem.
Going out here, though, I mean, it's like swamplands, most of the places, and it's like the Everglades. We're not that far. We're only like 30 miles from the Everglades, and so that puts us pretty much still in the Everglades. But when we were tromping through these palm frond branches and stuff on the ground, I don't even think about the snakes. I just tromp right on through there. And I've got to be more careful, but it's just hard to do because you get your mind on that geocache.
You don't go off trail,
Yeah.
That's when you're going to probably run into most of them, is when you're going off trail to get that geocache or to take that shortcut.
Uh-huh.
You want to go all the way around the other way, to try to find another path. I'll just go straight over this way. And it's like,
We'll be back after this commercial.
NA Geocaching Supplies is one of the largest EU suppliers of geocaching and Munzee products. We specialise in retailing geocaching items and Munzee products to the UK and international geocaching and Munzee markets. We stock a full range of geocaching products from geofossils to globetrotter tags and travel twins to exclusive and hard to find geocoins. We also stock a large selection of ready to place caches and an extensive selection of Munzee products. Find us at www.negeocachingsupplies.co.uk.
Now I found down here, I had found Florida's oldest geocache. And I think it was put out in 2001 or 2. That's in a state park down here. Found that one and logged it, and it was called the Christmas Cache. So why, I don't know. It might have been placed in December, But you got any oldest geocaches that you found?
Well, I've found basically the two oldest ones in Ohio. One is local. Technically, I don't know if you know, there's a controversy about which is the oldest cache in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually two caches in Ohio that claim to be the oldest, and the one that's near the Toledo area is officially the oldest one because it has the oldest date. I think it's January of 2001. So it has the oldest date. And so that's one of the first. I actually got that one. That was like, I think, my 2000th cache milestone. I think I went and got it. I got that on Christmas Day, from Christmas.
Okay.
I went and got it on Christmas Day. I went and got that one. So that one is officially Ohio's oldest. But then there's another one down in the Cincinnati area. The one I think the local one is. The local one is called Ancient Lake. I believe that's what it's called. That's officially Ohio's oldest. But then there's another one called Shawnee Lookout down by Cincinnati. And they claim to be the Ohio's oldest. And probably theirs is probably truly the oldest active one. But it's actually dated, I think it's in February of 2001 is the high date. And the controversy is if you look at the actual number, the geocaching ID number.
Oh, okay.
And the one that has the local one, Ancient Lake, that's in up here, and is dated January of 2001. By that number, it probably was actually placed like around August or September of 2001, but somehow the date was May, January 2001.
It sounds like they sent off to get the GC code, and the numbers and registered it and everything, but didn't put it out until they
they talk about that maybe it might have been listed on another site for a while, and but it was actually hidden back in January. So when they put it on Geocaching.com, they put it on the date that it was originally hidden, and it's a lot of speculation as to whether they just put the older date on there, either accidentally. Trying to do 10. Maybe they were trying to do 10 of 01, but they actually did 01 accidentally, or did they do it on purpose? We don't know.
All right.
But officially, that one is the oldest, and it's going to remain the oldest as long as it stays active, because it's been that way since it was hidden.
Right.
It's not like it was changed years later to be January. It was. When it was originally put out, it was put out as January 2001, even though it might have been a little bit later in the year.
To save all arguments, they should say the oldest Cincinnati cache and the oldest Toledo cache.
Well, yeah, both of them claim to be the oldest.
Yeah.
And I got both of them. So I know I got the oldest one
right.
in Ohio.
Whichever
and
one.
I also got the second oldest one. I also know I got the fourth oldest one, which is also local here in Toledo area. Both of those are in two different metro parks in the Toledo area. One is the oldest and one is the fourth oldest. I haven't gotten the third oldest yet. The third oldest is someplace in the Cleveland area.
Okay.
I haven't gone over there to get that one, but I'll eventually get that one. but so like I said, I got the Ohio has the controversy, but I got either way I got the oldest one because I gotten both of them.
Yeah, right.
I've also gotten another old one that I've gotten. And I think it was Virginia's oldest I got.
Okay.
I did that when I went over to Geo Woodstock 13 in 2015. It was kind of near there. I went down and I'm pretty sure it was Virginia's oldest. I got that one.
I see 2015 was your best year there for finding geocaches.
Yeah, that's definitely. Well, yeah, because of the trip, basically Geo Woodstock.
Mm-hmm.
And then going to a new area, that's when I picked up a whole bunch of, I picked up Pennsylvania and West Virginia and Maryland and Washington, D.C., and, because they're all in the same area there.
All up in there.
But, the trip there, I spent like 3 days getting there and 3 days getting back,
Nice.
Catching all along the way. And, of course, all the time I was there, I spent a whole week in that area, geocaching that area. And so that was interesting. I also got the Indiana's oldest, which I got that one last year. And basically my oldest cache is actually Beverly. I don't know if you've heard of Beverly.
No.
It's in the Chicago area.
Oh, okay.
It would be Illinois' oldest, but it's also one of the May 2000. I think it's like I know it's like one of the oldest active ones still around. I think it's like the fourth or fifth oldest one.
All right.
The oldest active one is Mingo in Kansas. That's the actually oldest active cache. And Beverly was hidden like a week and a half later. I went last year. I went and specifically went over to Chicago, and I found Beverly. So I think that was I don't know if it was my 4,000th or 5,000th. It was one of my milestones. I think it was 5,000. Those are all full ones, but I think I heard that the Florida one is like a long walk too, isn't it? It's like isn't it like a half mile or a mile walk or something to get to it or something.
Wow.
But so I've heard about the Florida cache, that Christmas one. These other ones, I think Beverly was probably the longest walk of all those.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of them are not quite as long a full walk, but so interesting is
right.
To go for those ones.
Before we get off of here, I got one more question for you, and that would be, what would you say to a new geocacher just starting out? Any advice or any tips?
The main thing is the GPS doesn't take you directly to the cache. So
yeah.
It takes you to the area. Once you get there, you just basically need to start looking around to where you would hide it, or whatever, if there's any clues or anything, because it's going to take you to maybe, if you're lucky, within 10 feet or so.
Right.
But most likely you're going to be someplace 20, even 25 feet away, unless it's really bad, which could be even 30 or 40 feet away.
Well, if they would look at the definition of triangulation, they could see kind of how that throws them off so much. I've went as far as 1 foot from a cache, and I could turn around, walk 3 feet the other way, and it would say I'm 17 feet the other way.
Yeah, I do that. I mean, especially I'll get to the ground zero. I'll start looking around, and then I'll keep looking back at the GPS just to see where it says it's at. And like you said, it'll like say it's 20 feet away and I haven't moved, but it says 20 feet away. But if I haven't found it, I'll go to that new ground zero and then look around there, and then go. I'll follow the arrow if I need to. But
and if it keeps taking you back to the one spot all the time, no matter how far off you say you are, if it keeps bringing you back to the same coordinates 2 or 3 times, that's probably where it's at.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah. If you keep going back and forth, and it's concentrates on one area, that's where you should concentrate. But again, you have to realize that your GPS might have been off. It might be off. The person hiding it also might have been off. So, I mean, it could be anywhere within 20, 25 feet. Just have to look around and use your geosenses and ask yourself, where would you hide it if you were there? But then, of course, sometimes the hider might want to throw you off and not hide it where you would normally hide it. I see exactly where I would have hidden it, and the person actually hit it 10 or 15 feet the other way or something, just because they wanted to throw you off.
Right. Well, hey, listen, Jim, I'm going to let you go there, and it's been a pleasure talking to you and get to know you a little bit there. Like I said, Chris was kind of broken about you not being on here when you got your second round of winning there. Maybe we could get you on here just for a little short after you get it. Just say, hey, I got it, thanks, and tell me what it is. We just make a little short there and throw that on the show. I'm looking for some stuff, too. I got some stuff coming from over there, and I'm excited because I haven't really seen any of those, in person. So I'm excited to see what they look like so I can start putting out there. I mean, people like to hear about that, and I'd like to get more people involved in the challenge. And so appreciate it if you share this episode with some of your friends or on your page or something.
Well, I'm definitely going to mention it during the next meeting. Because obviously everybody's I'm going to share the trackable that I'm going to put out, and I'll obviously mention the podcast too.
Podcast and Northeast Geocaching Supply. They got everything you need, and it's just amazing, what they've got. Go to the website and look at it, negeocaching.supplies.co.uk. All right, well, appreciate it, and you have a good week there, and we hope you get your 7,000th cache here pretty soon, because I know it goes slow after you start. Get that high up in numbers.
If I want to get any more than a couple geocaches, I have to go like 30 miles. Miles
right.
To get to do anything. So that's what I basically have to do is pick a day that I'm going to go geocaching, and then I'm going to drive one direction and go 30 or 40 miles, and find a bunch of them for quite a few hours.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks again. And we'll be talking to you. Let me know when you get that second order there. You got my phone number. You just give me a call and let me know.
Okay, no problem.
All right, thank you. And like I say, have a good week.
Yep, you too.
All right, bye.
Okay, that was our interview with Starcacher, and we hope you enjoyed it. We apologize for the sound. It's not quite as level as we would like it, but we had to do it with what we had to do with at the time. Next week we'll bring up on our geocaches what we found. We run a little bit behind on getting some of this stuff together for the show. I have some appointments, and I had to do this a little early so I could get this out. But anyway, this month's challenge for May, we are looking at 3 caches from a church, chapel cache, or I'll even include a cemetery. So if you can find 3 church, chapel, cemetery caches, any of those 3, combination or whatever, just send us the information to show that you have that, and that goes from 5/1 through 5/31. And you send the information to mypodcastradio2018 at gmail.com, and we will take the information and have it in a drawing on the 3rd. We'll announce it on our show on June 3rd. So get them in and see if you win. We're excited that we've had a winner for the last 2 months, and we hope to see some new people giving some information on that also, because you can't win if you don't play the game. So that's our challenge for May. 3 church or chapel or cemetery caches, or a combination of the 3. Send us an email and with a snippet or proof that you had gotten 3 of those in May. All right, well, Crazy Critter wasn't with us today, so she'll be with us next week. And until then, we hope everybody has a safe week and a good run at the geocaching. Until then, see ya.
To find out more about geocaching, go to geocaching.com, and from there you will find all the questions and answers for what geocaching is all about. Then you can sign up as a free member or as a premium member and get started as a new geocacher and enjoy the worldwide treasure hunting game wherever you are. That's www.geocaching.com.